Hello friends, welcome to the another video of Startup and Recommissioning of KUKA Robot. Let's continue from Startup Wizard. Description: Startup can be carried out using the Startup Wizard. This guides the user through the basic startup steps. Precondition: no program is selected. Operating mode T1. Procedure: select Startup Wizard in the main menu. Next is checking the machine data. Description: the correct machine data must be loaded. This must be checked by comparing the loaded machine data with the machine data on the rating plate. If machine data are reloaded, the version of the machine data must correspond exactly to the KSS version. This is ensured if the machine data supplied together with the KSS release are used. The industrial robot must not be moved if incorrect machine data are loaded. Death, severe injuries or considerable damage to property may otherwise result. The correct machine data must be loaded. This is a rating plate. Precondition: T1 or T2 operating mode. No program is selected. Procedure: in the main menu, select Startup Robot Data. The Robot Data window is opened. Compare the following entries. In the Robot Data window, the entry in the machine data box on the rating plate. On the base of the robot, the entry in the file path of the machine data on the CD is specified on the rating plate in the line MADA. Next is defining hardware options. Precondition: user group safety recovery. Procedure: select configuration, safety configuration in the main menu. Press hardware options. Modify hardware options and press save. Description: customer interface. Select here which interface is used. ProfiSafe, SIB, extended SIB with operating mode output, SIB with operating mode output, extended SIB. This option is available with system software version 8.2.4 or higher. The following interface are available with the controller variant KRC4 Compact. ProfiSafe X11 input signal for peripheral contactor. Main contactor 2 can be used as a peripheral contactor. Switching element for the power supply to peripheral devices. Deactivated. Peripheral contactor is not used default. By external PLC, the peripheral contactor is switched by an external PLC via input US2. By KRC, the peripheral contactor is switched in accordance with the motion enable. If motion enable is present, the contactor is energized. Note: this parameter is not available with the controller variant KRC4 Compact. Operator safety. If the operator safety signal is lost and reset in automatic mode, it must be acknowledged before operation can be continued. By acknowledgement button. Acknowledgement is given example by an acknowledgement button situated outside the cell. Acknowledgement is communicated to the safety controller. The safety controller re-enables automatic operation only after acknowledgement. External unit acknowledgement is given by the system PLC. Next is changing the safety ID of the Profinet device. Description: if multiple KUKA robot controllers are operated with a single ProfiSafe master PLC, each Profinet device must have a unique safety ID. The default ID is always 7. Precondition: user group safety recovery. If one of the options KUKA Safe Operation or KUKA Safe Range Monitoring is installed on the robot controller, different user groups may apply. Information can be found in the documentation for these operations. Procedure: select configuration, safety configuration in the main menu. Press device management. In the column new safety ID, press the ID to be modified and change the ID. Press apply safety IDs. A request for confirmation is displayed, asking if the change should be saved. Confirm the request with yes. A message is displayed indicating that the change has been saved. Confirm the message with OK. This procedure can only be used to save changes to the safety ID. If other unsaved changes have been made Elsewhere in the safety configuration, these are not saved here. If an attempt is now made to close the safety configuration, a query is generated asking whether you wish to reject the changes or cancel the action. To save the changes, proceed as follows. Cancel the action. In the safety configuration, press save. If the save button is not available, first go back a level by pressing back. A request for confirmation is displayed, asking if all the changes should be saved. Confirm the request with yes. A message is displayed indicating that the change has been saved. Confirm with the message with OK. All changes in the safety configuration are saved. That's it for today's video. In the next video, we'll continue from jogging the robot without a higher level safety controller.